Before we get into Python and data science, we need to install something called Anaconda. So let's Google what Anaconda is. So let's go on here, Python Anaconda, and let's just see what that thing is. So as you can see on the Google search, Anaconda is a free and open source distribution of Python and R programming language for scientific computing, which is a data science, that aims to simplify package management and deployment. The distribution includes data science packages suitable for Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. So before we go on with any kind of data science work, the first thing you gotta do is install Anaconda. Anaconda gives you a nice kind of an addition, like a nice flavor to traditional Python. It kind of adds these nice packages that you're going to be using while working with data. So let's go to the site here. This guy here, individual, and let's go to the main website here. And over here, you can go to this individual edition. Click, go to download. Yeah, so I'm using a Mac, so I'm going to be looking at Mac OS, but you can do the same things for Windows and Linux. And I'll be going with this guy here, just 64-bit graphical installer. Click on that, and just open. By the way, if you're wondering, I'm using Mozilla Firefox as my browser. So currently it's downloading it on the side. I'm just going to bring that window here. This guy here. It's asking me for all these things. Just click continue. Click continue again. Read me. Continue again. Continue again. Agree. Just follow these steps. I'm just going to keep it default location. Install. Just doing the installation now. And it's asking me, the installer wants to access this and this. Click OK. I already have Anaconda 3 installed, so that's why it's asking me, do you want to update that? So I'm just going to click on this guy here, and I'm just going to copy this for future. Yeah, and I'm just going to click OK. But in your case, since this is your first time installing Anaconda, they won't ask you to update or anything. It's just going to be a simple free, like a free flow. Yeah, and now it's asking me, oh, you want to install PyCharm IDE? No, I don't want to. But if you want to, you can go to this link and install this PyCharm. PyCharm is a Python IDE, which is a text editor that you're going to be using to write code. I don't need it, so I'm just going to continue. And installation failed because I already have Anaconda installed on my system. That's why it failed for me. But it's not going to fail for you because it's your first time installing it. I'm just going to close this now, and I'm going to open terminal or iTerm, which is the same thing as terminal. And I'm going to bring this guy here. Let's see. As you can see, we have the Anaconda version of Python. As you can see, this guy here, Anaconda Inc. on Darwin. So my Python is coming from Anaconda. If I do conda info, so that will give me some information about my Anaconda distribution. Oops, I gotta come out of Python shell first. Now if I do conda info, it will give me all sorts of information about my conda environment. As you can see, all this stuff here, conda version is 4.8.3, this and that. That's it. Let's clear this up. One more thing I'm going to show you is you can open up something called Jupyter Notebook, where you can write Python code. And how to do that is using this guy here, Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook, Jupyter Notebook. Press enter, and this is going to open up a notebook for you. It's opening up on the side here. I'm just gonna open up here. Yep. Oops, it's not opening up on my main screen, so I'm just gonna bring this other screen here. so you guys can see, because I'm using like a private window, that's why it's opening up in the secure window just fine. So yeah, so it opened up here, and this is the Jupyter notebook. And if you want to test something out, let's make up a new file, new Python file, right? And now you can write your Python code here. Okay, 1 + 1 and shift enter, 2, 4 + 5, it's 9. You can print your name here, hello data world, and shift enter. Yeah, there you go. So this is Jupyter Notebooks. Jupyter Notebook is just a Python shell or a Python environment where you can write your code and test it out right away. It's pretty interactive. You can share it as well. So yeah, this is pretty neat as far as working with Python is concerned. So I'm just gonna bring this guy back here, and let's go back to our terminal. And if you want to close this session of your Jupyter Notebook, you're just going to do Control C. It's going to ask you to shut down the notebook server. You're just going to click Y, which is yes, and it's done, I think. Shut down. Yep, it's done. It all shut down. And yeah, one more thing I want to show you is you want to check the version number of your Conda. Multiple ways. You do Conda info, and you can see the version number here. And the easiest way is to also do Conda V. They will also give you the version number of your Conda environment. So now you have Anaconda installed in your system. You know how to open up Jupyter Notebook. Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as installation of Anaconda on Mac is concerned. You can follow the same step for Windows or Linux. Thanks, guys.